Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It's Jonte and Rich. Shoot us a text. Text JJR. Whatever you want to say to 96893. You can also call us at 877-937-1047. Like Mike here. What up, Mike?
Yeah, you guys are cracking me up with this whole Atari thing. Who doesn't remember the original Atari?
Well, if you weren't born then. I mean, you probably wouldn't.
Huh?
If you weren't born then.
Yeah.
I'm like guilty over here.
Hayden was born into the PlayStation era.
And no, I wasn't. I was with the Game Boys and the, what's it called? The GameCube era. That was me.
But PlayStation 1 would have been out then, right?
So later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Atari Rock. It was maybe 6 years ago when I moved from California here to Arizona. I lost in the move. I lost my Atari, my original 1600.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
And I couldn't find the AB switch. Remember the old school AB switch?
Yeah.
You had to hook it up to the TV.
Yeah, you had to put it on channel 3.
You had the AB.
You had to put it on channel 3. You had the AB button, and then you had. And I remember, I think Atari came with Combat, which was a good game. I remember there used to be. I grew up in Chandler, and there was a store down the street from my house called Smitty's, and I'd go to Smitty's and wait for the Pac-Man game would come out. It was always sold out, and you couldn't get in. It was just Atari was such a great time in my life. I think it's making a comeback. I read something that we're going to come out with those, just like the Nintendo Switch came back. Now they're trying to bring back all these other things.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
They do.
Have a great day.
And Rich, that teabag thing also had me cracking up. We had the Atari and then the teabag with your lips.
Atari was my childhood. Teabag was Rich's.
That's true. We didn't have the money for Atari.
Or babysitters.
Hey, you guys have a blessed day. It's great talking to you guys.
Thanks, Mike. Drive safe.
In my neighborhood, if you had name brand cereal and Atari, you were rich.
Dude, I found this new cereal, by the way. I bought 2 boxes of it on Sunday, and I already killed them both. And I haven't read into it too much because I don't want to.
Is it Magic Spoon?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It is.
It's so expensive.
It is?
Yes.
It's so good. It's like protein.
It's like cereal that's healthy for you. So they market it they have something that's like Honey Nut Cheerios, but healthier. They have something like Lucky Charms, but healthier.
And better. Tastes better.
Oh, wow. I saw that Cheerios had the protein version of the actual Cheerio brand.
Probably because of this.
All kinds of
Probably because of this.
Oh, okay.
This Magic Spoon came out. They got peanut butter stuff. They got something called maple. They've got the one you just talked about, and it's freaking delicious. And I'm afraid. I just read that, hey, added protein, healthy for you. And some bodybuilder told me about it. So I got it. And I'm afraid to look into it where it says, 4,000 grams of sugar.
Right. Have you run it through your Yuka app yet?
No, I gave up on Yuka. I think it's full. I think Yuka's full of boo-boo.
Really? You used to swear by it.
I used to, but then I figure I think that they skew towards their sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I don't like that.
Like how you feel like GPS wants to take you by
all their sponsors.
All their sponsors.
There's a gas station right here. Why are you taking me to Shell? Why aren't you taking me to this one right here? Because
it's business.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Peyton, I want to get into your whole thing, this epiphany you had about artists that are out right now.
Yeah, so, the epiphany happened when I was playing front to back the Duchess Fergie album.
Which is amazing.
It's a great album.
A great album. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, I know it's so bad to compare like current artists to like older artists that were popping off, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And in my head, I'm like, who is the new Fergie? I don't think we have the new Fergie, because I feel like Chappell Roan is my generation's Cyndi Lauper. Like, if you listen to Pink Pony Club. And then you listen to Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. Like, same vibe.
Yeah, quirky pop.
Like, you just want to throw your hands up and vibe.
That's
and be
pretty
with your
good.
Girlfriends.
That's a pretty good comparison right there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Okay.
And then so Nick and I were just back there talking. We're like, so who are the current artists that are giving older artist vibes? So I was like, Olivia Rodrigo, Good For You.
Yeah.
She gives Avril Lavigne Skater Boy.
Yeah.
I could see that.
He
I feel-
wasn't good.
I feel like that's dead on, and I feel like Olivia Rodrigo gives a little Paramore, too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too. Oh, yeah. Misery Business.
What else?
And then I had Gracie Abrams
She's Taylor Swift.
giving Taylor Swift.
Totally.
Totally.
Yeah.
With the guitar.
God, I like Gracie Abrams
Singer-songwriter
so
vibes.
much. I
Yeah.
think she's so awesome.
Yeah, I really like Gracie Abrams.
The last great American dynasty.
But Taylor Swift, though, is she old enough to be?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
she's
think
still.
so.
I mean, she's
because there's
great.
also you're being influenced by somebody that's huge right now
Yeah.
versus when you go back to Cyndi Lauper, that's the 80s.
Exactly. And I mean, but this next one too, Tate McRae, she's up and coming.
Yeah.
Britney Spears, come on, y'all.
Oh yeah. But,
Yeah, for sure.
but that's I think that's influence too. Like, I think Morgan Wallen is absolutely influenced by Zach Bryan.
Two guys just doing the same thing right now.
But like, I was just curious, like, who is this generation's Fergie? Who is this generation's Katy Perry, Rihanna, Beyonce? Like, where are they?
Who's this generation's Jelly Roll?
Don't you think SZA has sort of some Rihanna vibes?
I can see that. I think, yeah, I can see a little bit of that. I think she's just like more like R&B coded.
But it moves too, like Billie Eilish. Who would be her? Like, who would she be? Like, is she the new Katy Perry? Because it's changed
Exactly.
so much.
Like,
Maybe they're
who
all
knows?
just original.
Are they?
And that's why I know you're not supposed to compare them, but it's so hard for me not to.
But are you saying that also because maybe when you say who's the next Rihanna, is that because Rihanna hasn't put music out in a while? I mean, she's going to drop an album soon, right?
Yeah.
So at some point, you probably won't be saying who's the next Rihanna because Rihanna's going to have current music.
Definitely.
You know who's smart about this is Lady Gaga, because she sounds like old Lady Gaga right now. Her new stuff
Oh my
sounds like
gosh,
her throwback
Abracadabra?
stuff.
The new Lady Gaga is Gaga.
And you see the March Madness, they're using Abracadabra for everything.
I love that
Yeah.
song.
I do too.
It's such a hit. It gives old Lady Gaga. Thank
I know.
you. Thank
It makes
you.
you like. I think the best part about Gaga songs is it makes you want to dance like her.
I agree.
And she has such a unique style.
I agree, and I think we can get Katy Perry back, but Katy Perry's got to give us like Teenage Dream Katy Perry.
Yeah, you can't do the new thing where
Right.
it sounds like a poppy commercial.
Here's another thing. Where's the next One Direction?
No, I like that. Who's the
I
next
know.
Jonas Brothers?
Because they're usually the cyclical. Yeah? How about that word?
Good word.
What's that mean?
It means cycles.
Okay.
I would say they're usually like 10-year cycles
It
of
all
a boy
comes
band.
back.
Like the boy bands, like you go New Kids on the Block, and then you go 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys in Sync, and then 10 years later, there's like One Direction. In 10 years. So when was One Direction out? 2010?
Don't forget New Edition in there too.
New Edition. Well, that was before.
Right.
I'm going backwards now.
I think
I'm
boy
trying-
bands are coming back though, for sure.
That's what I mean. So who
Yeah.
is it?
I don't know.
Like,
Give us
so,
the tea.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume we're due for a big boy band
Yeah,
hit
for
soon.
sure.
Actually, Blackpink is pretty badass too. Do you know that girl from Blackpink is? I didn't know it was her on White Lotus.
Oh yeah,
Jenny? Is
Yeah,
that her? She's on the Idol
was
too.
it the?
she's on the Idol. You know that she's like apparently like the biggest star in the world.
I believe that.
In the world,
I believe that.
it's crazy.
She just did the Oscars too. She did the James Bond theme. That was
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
turned off the Oscars by then.
That was good.
Oh.
It's to let you know she's a star though.
Yeah,
she,
for sure.
She brings it home.
Who's the next Benson Boone? Yeah, there you go.
Boone is here.
He's a Ridge. I can't think of anybody he's copying.
Actually, he's giving Harry Styles. He is. He actually just did a whole interview about how he wants to stay in his own lane. He doesn't want to be compared to Harry Styles. But I'm like, you look like Harry Styles out there.
The vibe of what he wears, for sure.
There has to be a gap then, I think, in your presentation, because I think you go Cyndi Lauper, Chappell, Roan. There's like a 30-year gap there.
True.
You go Benson Boone, Harry Styles. Harry Styles just hasn't had an album out in 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still got music that's being played on the radio. So I think you go from...
But when you're saying that we're ready for the next One Direction.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're saying too many things that are different in the same umbrella. It's like you've got to pick... It's like Cyndi Lauper, Chappell, Roan. There has to be a gap between it. So there's got to be a who's the next, or are you influenced
Right, like
by?
kind of like a Tate McRae and a Britney Spears,
That's
or
a good
an
one.
Olivia Rodrigo and Avril Lavigne. Like the Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift is a stretch because Taylor Swift is so hot right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel you. But it's just cool to see the comparisons and see how artists are influenced by one another. And it's so creative and it's so fun. And the fact that I was able to just draw those together, I was loving it.
Yeah, like who's the next G6? What was that band?
Like a G6, like a G6.
What is it?
Far East
Movement.
We're missing that.
We had Far East Movement in here. There was like 37 members of the band. Yeah, Nick?
The one I was struggling with was like Teddy Swims. That was like the original one that I was like, how can I find someone that relates to Teddy Swims?
Really? Because he sounds like... I thought I remember when Teddy Swims first came out.
Teddy Swims is Everlast, dude. All the way.
Everlast.
That's a throwback.
All 15 people that know Everlast are really like,
That made me laugh.
All right, how about who's the next Silverfish? There you go.
Who is that?
That's way, way back.
Anyway.
Who's the next Bare Naked Ladies? That's a good one.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.